My name is John Howell. I'm 81 years old, and people tell me all the time they want to be like me when they grow up. And I said, well, I've never grown up. That's the problem. Well, I'm a competitive water skier. I've been skiing competition for probably 45, 50 years. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with AFib. The problem with being an AFib is that you're 5 times more likely to have a stroke.
AFib results in chaotic contraction, disorganized contraction of the atria, top chambers of the heart. Good part of the atrium is smooth, the wall is smooth. So blood clots usually don't form on smooth walls. But there's a certain part of the atrium called the atrial appendage. And that is sort of pedunculated, it has ridges, and it has lots of nooks and crannies, so to speak. Over time, people figured out that 90 to 95% of blood clots that people get who have atrial fibrillation come from the atrial appendage. That our job is to protect the brain. And there are only 2 ways to protect the brain. Maybe 3 ways. One way is to get rid of AFib, and the closest we can do that is with ablation. But still, many of those people need to be on blood thinners. Even though we have really new amazing drugs called direct oral anticoagulants over the last 5 or 6 years, still about 2% of people per year bleed, serious bleeding on these drugs. So that means those patients can't take blood thinners. Those mean those patients can get strokes.
So then when Dr. Ellenbogen told me about the Watchman, that this sounded like a far more attractive alternative. You have the Watchman, and then you're on blood thinners for I think 3 to 6 months, I can't remember exactly, and then you're off, and the only thing you take is an aspirin.
The general therapy is called left atrial appendage occlusion, but by far the most common one implanted is called the Watchman. It looks like a badminton birdie, and it captures and closes the left atrial appendage. So what we're trying to do is huge. We're trying to change the paradigm, change the way doctors manage patients with atrial fibrillation.
Bottom line is, if you enjoy doing stuff, you're only limited by your lack of imagination. So make it into what you want it to be, either through your friends or doing something or whatever that might be. But life has many avenues, and it's up to you to pick out the ones you want, but don't stand there at the crossroads, don't do anything.